Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Brian Bruce. Today I'm gonna review the film called Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch Project, right there is the film Blair Witch Project. Oh man, Blair Witch Project. Is a the film is about a group of teenagers. Takes place in '94, who go on this project. It's like they don't. It's I guess the behind the scenes they kind of tell you that it was a school project. The film takes place in '94, but it came out in '99. Actually, it was released in '98, but I think it came on video in '99. Um, Now this video movie '99, which you'll see it right there backwards, 1999. You kind of can see it, not so much, but the film, it has special meaning to me because I do. I remember when this film came out, I was like 1987. Damn, I was 10 years old, and I remember like I was in middle school, I think, elementary. I don't remember, either middle school, elementary, and I remember the film. At first, a lot of people were believed it was real, and I even remember like watching the video when I was a kid, like two or three times on VHS. Because when I was a kid, I was like, I just was like fascinated by the film. The film does not have any big, well-known actors. Um, oh shoot, sorry about that. The film does not have any big, well-known actors. I mean, the film to me was the first of its kind. I could say before Paranormal Activity came, this movie came, and I think just a lot of films like Paranormal Activity should really, I could see where they got their inspiration from, or where they kind of got the idea to make a found footage film. Now, for the rating, I give this film a 8, 8 out of 10. I think it's a good horror film. I think you know, it's a good horror film. It was one of the kind of the beginning of the found footage film. I think this movie came out in '88. Paranormal Activity came out in 2006 or 8. I don't remember. But it took a decade for basically the next the next experimental film like Blair Witch Project to kind of be a success. Um, I remember during this time, what's strange about it was this film was so successful that it made a lot of money at the box office. And I think it was the first time you really saw a film do that, especially a film that did not have any well known actors. You know, it was this film that kind of just came out of nowhere. So you can say there's a lot of there's a lot of history with the film. I think with just the culture during the '90s, and okay, so that's gonna go first to things I liked about the film. I think what makes this film kind of like scary, and it's a lot of people, the word scary to them means different things. For me, when I think of scary, to me it's not some dude like coming at you with a knife. To me that is scary, but that's a different type of scary. To me, sometimes scary is what you can't see or what you can't explain. And to me, I think the film relies on a lot of, you know for example, a spoiler alert. For example, in the film, there's a lot of scenes. I mean, I think the best scenes, and probably kind of the creepy scenes, are just the scenes where they'll be in a tent at night, or they'll be sleeping at night in the forest, and they'll hear sounds. And in the film, it's like as they begin to camp, the nights start getting weirder and weirder, and it starts getting creepier and creepier, and it starts getting worse and worse for them. I think also the scare in the film that works, also the fact that that weird stuff just starts happening, man. The weirdness behind things that happen in the film. There's like, for example, the witch or somebody, or whoever's haunting the forest or haunting them kind of starts leaving these like ritual items, or these items that look like they're made for ritual purposes. And I think that is scary. And I think the film, I think that, to me, that is a different type of scare. But to me, that is so more creepier in a way, because just think about it, man. Like, what happened if you were in a situation, or you're in a place, or you're just stuck in something that you can't explain. And I love that idea. I think that's freaking scary. So the film is, and I think, I can talk about Paranormal Activity. That, of course, that could be a different review. And I always liked films like that where you can't see. To me, that is to me that is horror itself. That you can't explain. As part of our investigation to find out more about David Chris Jr., we sent a producer to Ludington, Michigan, to visit this four-bedroom home. Now, let me tell you what I want to do. We've already talked a lot about and what so, you've been involved in. No, I think the film in seeking to get a is, and I think that is the film relies on that, and yeah, the film. I think that is very what makes this film so entertaining to watch. Now, you know, this film, the Blu-ray features on this film are so and so. You kind of got like a mock, like a fake. Right. I'm gonna try to show you some of the special features that are on this. You can see right there. Some of them are cool, like, and then some are like they're like they're kind of corny. There's a fake documentary. I don't even know if the Blair Witch, they kind of. I don't know if the people interviewed in this are paid actors. I feel like the whole thing is a mockumentary. If people don't understand what's a mockumentary, basically a mockumentary is a film that is made to look like it's a documentary, but it's not. But it's set up to look like a documentary when it's not. So the film, it has some. I think the only cool. Let me looking at it. I think the only cool feature was was this fake documentary that looked like it was made by the studio that made the film, and it was made to put on tele. It was made no, it was on television, and it's just like a documentary about the Blair Witch and kind of the events that happened. I don't know if these events really did happen. Um, so like, you don't even know if they're telling the truth or they're making all this up. So, but if you just take it for what it is, I thought that was kind of cool. They have this alternative ending, and it's this like it's these different ways the film was ended. I thought it was interesting because I think it's this film is written and directed by and edited by two guys. Their name is their name is Edward Sanchez and Daniel Mayrak. So I mean I think when they wrote this film, they knew how the film was gonna end, and they knew how the film was gonna end. They had an idea, and then the film was good. What got me thinking, really, at the end of the film, was that I was thinking to myself. I was thinking to myself. I was thinking, it'd be kind of cool if the guys who made Paranormal Activity could make a sequel to the film. In my head, I was thinking, I don't know if it would be a successful film, if it would come out like let's say this day, for example, if it, let's just say if it came out today, I don't know, because what made this film good. I mean, it is a good film, but I think what made the film popular was just the fact that during this time there was no film that came out like that. So there was something fresh, for the time. But I mean, I know like found footage films kind of seemed like it was working in Hollywood, and now we don't. It's kind of like a fad that Hollywood doesn't want to do no more, or want to just stay away from for now. But I thought it was cool, yeah. Paranormal Activity Crew kind of did a sequel, and I was thinking like that'd be kind of cool if they did a sequel that was more of an origin. Because I was watching the Behind the Futures, and supposedly there's if this supposedly said that stuff happened in 17 something. I was thinking like, hey, that'd be cool if like they did an origin film kind of about that, and I was thinking that'd be kind of cool. Maybe at the end of this, if they were to make a sequel, at the end of this film, we kind of see this other crew, kind of like maybe one believes this is true, and then the others, there's two guys or girls, and they're like, they still doubt it. They're like, ah, it's just a movie. And then during the day, it's like a day scene, and we see like this older woman in kind of a robe hiding, and then I was just thinking in my head like what happened if this franchise continued. I remember back in the 90s, after this film came out, there was like a sequel called The Book of Shadows in the early 2000s, and I heard it was garbage. It was one of the worst sequels ever made. So, but I thought that was just FYI. That was kind of something I had in my head. But in the end, I give this film an 8 out of 10. I recommend anybody who has not seen it, go check it out. You know, Obviously, we got technology has made films similar to the Blair Witch Project, but have made them better. Now as a matter of fact, I think Paranormal Activity, you know, made a film that's very similar to this film, but it made it better. I think even low budget effects today are way better than during that time. You can, yeah. So in the end, 8 out of 10. Check it out. Never seen it. Trust me. Check it out. It kind of will kind of make you look at all these found footage that have come out in the past. Kind of make you just change your mind about it and kind of yeah. So and I'll see you at the next films guy, at the next movie guy. I'll see y'all at the next movie. Bye.